What would you do if a stranger demanded access to your private sanctuary, only to turn your life upside down when you said no? My name is Elena Martinez, and I never imagined a quiet summer afternoon by my backyard pool would spiral into a nightmare of accusations, police lights, and a truth so bitter it still stings. This is the story of how one woman's entitlement collided with my resolve, and how a single recording changed everything. It was a sweltering July day in our suburban neighborhood, the kind where the air shimmers with heat and the cicadas hum like a warning. My husband, Javier, and I had saved for years to buy our dream home, a modest two-story with a backyard oasis, a sparkling pool surrounded by jasmine vines. It was our haven, a place where our daughter, Sophia, could splash and laugh, where we could escape the chaos of the world. The pool was private, fenced off, and clearly marked with a no trespassing sign. But privacy, I learned, means nothing to someone like Karen. Karen Thompson moved into the neighborhood a month ago, her sleek SUV and designer sunglasses announcing her arrival before she even spoke. She was the kind of woman who carried herself like she owned every room or backyard she entered. I'd seen her at the grocery store, heard her loud complaints about subpar service at the local cafe, but we'd never spoken. That changed the day she marched up to my gate. I was lounging by the pool, watching Sophia practice her cannonballs, when I heard the gate rattle. Karen stood there, her blonde hair pulled tight in a ponytail, a beach bag slung over her shoulder. "Hey you!" she called, her voice sharp enough to cut through the summer haze. "Open the gate. My kids need to cool off." I blinked, caught off guard. "I'm sorry, this is a private pool," I said, standing up. "It's just for our family." Her eyes narrowed, lips curling into a smile that wasn't friendly. "Private? This is a community, honey. We share things around here. My kids are hot, and your pool's just sitting there. Don't be selfish." Sophia stopped splashing, her wide eyes darting between us. I kept my voice calm but firm. "I'm not being selfish. This is our property. You're welcome to use the community pool down the street." Karen's smile vanished. "Do you know who I am? I'm on the HOA board. I can make things difficult for you." She stepped closer to the gate, her manicured nails gripping the bars. "Let us in, or you'll regret it." My heart raced, but I held my ground. "Please leave," I said, guiding Sophia toward the house. Karen didn't move. Instead, she pulled out her phone, dialed, and within minutes, I heard sirens. The police arrived, 2 officers, one older with a weary expression, the other younger, his hand resting near his holster. Karen was in full performance mode, tears streaming as she spun a wild tale. "This woman threatened me," she cried, pointing at me. "I just asked if my kids could swim, and she screamed at me, said she'd call her gang friends to deal with me. I'm terrified." I stood there, stunned, Sophia clinging to my side. "Gang friends? I'm a high school history teacher who spends weekends gardening." The older officer, Officer Daniels, looked skeptical but turned to me. "Ma'am, can you explain your side?" Before I could speak, Karen interrupted, her voice shrill. "She's dangerous. You need to arrest her." The younger officer, Officer Reed, seemed swayed, his posture stiffening. My stomach churned. This was escalating too fast. Then came the twist I didn't see coming. My neighbor, Mr. Patel, a quiet retiree who rarely left his house, stepped out onto his porch. He was holding a small Devisea security camera. "Elena," he called softly. "I saw everything. My camera caught it all." Karen froze, her face paling. I didn't know Mr. Patel well, just a kind old man who waved when he watered his roses, but in that moment, he was my guardian angel. He shuffled over, handing the footage to Officer Daniels. "Watch this before you do anything," he said. The officers reviewed the clip. It showed Karen's aggressive demands, her threats about the HOA and my calm refusals. There was no screaming, no gang threats, just Karen's entitlement laid bare. Officer Daniels sighed, handing the device back to Mr. Patel. "Ma'am," he said to Karen, "false reporting is a serious offense. You need to come with us." Karen's composure shattered. "This is outrageous. Do you know who my husband is? He's a lawyer. But the officers weren't swayed. They escorted her to the patrol car, her protests echoing down the street. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The next day, I received a call from my lawyer, Rachel Cohen. I'd contacted her after the incident, sensing Karen wouldn't let this go quietly. Rachel's voice was grim. Elena, Karen's husband is indeed a lawyer, and they're suing you for emotional distress and defamation. They claim you humiliated her in front of the neighborhood. My heart sank. Humiliated her? She'd lied to the police, but Rachel wasn't fazed. Don't worry, she said. I had a feeling this might happen. That's why I installed a hidden camera by your pool last week when you mentioned Karen's nosy behavior. I was floored. Rachel had suggested the camera during a casual chat about neighborhood disputes, but I hadn't realized she'd acted on it. The footage is crystal clear, she continued. It shows Karen's entire tantrum, including her threatening you with HOA power. We've got her. The lawsuit went to court, and the courtroom was a theater of tension. Karen sat with her husband, Mark, a slick attorney with a smug grin. They painted me as a vindictive neighbor who'd orchestrated a public shaming. But Rachel was a force of nature. She presented Mr. Patel's footage, then revealed her own recording, which captured even more Karen muttering under her breath about teaching me a lesson as she dialed 911. The judge's expression darkened as the videos played. Karen's lies unraveled in real time, her husband's confidence crumbling. The case was dismissed, and Karen was ordered to pay legal fees and a fine for wasting court resources. As we left the courtroom, Rachel squeezed my hand. Justice feels good, doesn't it? She said. I nodded, but the victory felt hollow. Back home, I expected relief, maybe even triumph. Instead, I felt a gnawing unease. Sophia was quieter, her laughter by the pool replaced with anxious glances at the gate. The neighborhood buzzed with gossip, some siding with Karen, calling me that woman who got her arrested. I started noticing strange things: eggs smashed on my driveway, whispered conversations that stopped when I approached. Karen's lie had planted a seed, and it was growing. Then came the final blow. One evening, as I tucked Sophia into bed, she whispered, "Mom, why do people hate us now?" My heart broke. I'd protected my property, my family, but at what cost? The pool, once our sanctuary, felt tainted. I couldn't shake the image of Karen's tear-streaked face as she was led away, not because I pitied her, but because her actions had poisoned our peace. I met Mr. Patel the next day, thanking him again for his help. His eyes were kind but sad. "I've seen this before," he said. "People like her don't just lose. They take others down with them." He was right. Karen's lawsuit failed, but her lies had fractured our community, turning neighbors into strangers. As I write this, the pool sits unused, its water still and lifeless. I won the battle, but the war left scars. Karen's entitlement exposed a truth I wasn't ready to face. Sometimes, standing your ground costs more than you can bear. The recordings saved me from her lies, but nothing could save the trust, the safety, the joy we'd lost. Sophia's question echoes in my mind, a bitter reminder that some victories come at too high a price. Nd.